And a disruptor is somebody that breaks up the natural order of things. This is what Uber is to the taxi business. That's why the taxi business sues Uber, because the taxi business, they own that cartel for 50 years in this country. And then Uber came along and displaced them and goes to airports. And people prefer Uber, a lot of people. And it's putting people out of work. But taxi drivers as a whole don't have a ton of power. When you are a disruptor toward powerful, rich people, lawsuits fly, animosity, grudges prevail. Very, very interesting what rich, powerful people do when they are displaced. It's one thing if the landscaper is, the taxi driver is, the garbage man is. He may not have power. But when the rich and powerful are displaced by a disruptor, it can get ugly. It can get asinine, like yesterday. The USA Today, that's a paper, I prefer the purple section myself, had a sports survey. They went to NBA executives, 32 executives. Many of them were general managers. Many of them were personnel people. These were powerful people. And they asked them anonymously, who would you make MVP this year? Because the race is wide open. I don't recall the race ever being this wide open. And James Harden was 1, and Kanye Westbrook was 2, and Kawhi Leonard was 3, and LeBron James got 1 vote. 1 vote for LeBron James. Let me ask you, general managers who, with anonymity, are so brave and courageous with your LeBron hate, which one of those 4 players at the midseason mark could convince a top veteran player to take a pay cut and play for their team? LeBron. Which one could manipulate a series all by himself? In fact, maybe even manipulate officials on key calls? Not Kanye. Which one could play 4 positions in a big game or a big series? Not James Harden. Which one is having a career high in rebounds and a career high in assists and a career high in three-point percentage? And after 14 years is averaging 27 points? Not Kawhi Leonard. See, folks, LeBron has gone against the natural order of things. Rich, powerful, often white male executives ran this league for years. He's made their job obsolete. You don't know or care about who the GM of Cleveland is. LeBron is. The other guy working there is his valet. Phil Jackson's taken shots at LeBron publicly. This is what powerful people do when they're displaced. Pat Riley has taken shots at LeBron James publicly. His former owner and now current owner has taken shots at him publicly. Animosity, almost racial coding with that. That's what happens when the rich and powerful are made obsolete. Maybe your local landscaper or dry cleaner's made obsolete, but they don't have the power other than maybe a letter to the editor, but they get squished. But when the rich and powerful are made less important, they fire back with venom and anger and lawsuits. This is why the taxi industry is suing Uber every 15 minutes. It is outrageous that LeBron James is having a career year, is the only player that can manipulate completely the free agent market, is the only player who could have won the final last year, trailing 3-1 to the, quote, greatest regular season team ever. LeBron goes from manipulating free agency to manipulating officials to manipulating Dwayne Wade's career in Miami, and he got a vote. It is amazing how the rich and powerful react, especially anonymously, when they're deemed obsolete or less crucial by a disruptor. 1 vote. 1 vote as MVP. Embarrassing. That's an embarrassment to the NBA. But LeBron is having a career year. Assists, rebounds, three-point shooting. There it is right there, folks. Game 7. You need a player. He's got to play 4 positions. In the history of basketball, you've called on 2 people, Magic and LeBron. Michael Jordan couldn't play a power forward. Magic could. Tim Duncan couldn't play point guard. Magic and LeBron could. 1 NBA vote. MVP. Pathetic.